here's an interesting question. I don't have any huge ideas for videos tonight, so I thought I'd do something that sort of came up with the whole Bigfoot calling thing. And, the whole question of, well, why does Bigfoot hide itself? Why isn't it visible or reveal itself if it's intelligent? And I kind of thought about this from a side thing. And this has to do with aliens. Let's say for a second, I don't believe it at all, but let's say for a second that aliens have visited Earth and they've been watching us for a while. Why don't they reveal themselves? And sort of the big reason I can think of is if they've been watching us for very long, they see how we react to anything unusual, anything that's out of the ordinary. You look at the religious people react a lot of times to information that contradicts their holy books. I think the more moderates would accept these things. A lot of them accept the idea that there might be life elsewhere in the universe and stuff. But the more extreme groups, especially the more extreme groups that control countries, might react violently or might cause a lot of problems. I remember growing up as a kid being taught that, that if aliens ever appeared, they would actually be demons in disguise pretending to be aliens, and that we're being deceived by movies like E.T. and all these other movies that show nice, friendly, peaceful aliens that are just here to help us and make our lives so much better. And the whole idea is that they're deceiving us and that they're just trying to bring about the end times and that the gates of hell have opened and God's finally let the demons have full control of the world. This is one of the early ideas that are of the end times I heard. And it's just sort of this idea that many more extremist religious people might have that, the earth is only 6,000 years and we're the only life in the universe, therefore it couldn't be actual aliens, it must be something pretending to be aliens. So, you got all these extremist groups, so I'm sure the aliens could probably protect themselves. But, I really wonder, how long would it take for us to start an intergalactic war with some other species that did finally reveal themselves to us, or we reveal them ourselves to them somehow? What exactly would happen? So I'm wondering what you guys think. Do you think that first contact or the first of all would do well? Do you think that the religious extremists would sort of learn to adapt? Of course, you'd always have some that would go batshit, but do you think the majority would adapt, or do you think a lot of them would really overreact and be a danger to us? And just with their reaction, would they do something so violent, so dangerous, so crazy, stupid, that it endangers the planet? Or endangers some other species that does appear here? I'm just curious. This is something I've thought about a while. I mean, I don't believe the stories and conspiracies of aliens dealing with the government and all this stuff, but I had sort of wondered about, would there be a logical reason that doesn't involve, huge plots to take over the planet or use it as slave labor for aliens or stuff? I don't know, I mean, of course, this is assuming that these aliens would be benevolent, but for the sake of this argument, I'm just assuming they are. I mean, there's a whole kettle, if they're like Battle from LA or some War of the Worlds or some other hostile alien coming to take our resources. So I don't know. What are you guys' thoughts? Do you think we would react well? Do you think the majority of people would react good? Or do you think even the more moderate people would overreact and react in fear and hostility like we often do to things we don't understand? I mean, I read enough books about werewolves and vampires are hiding, because every time they reveal themselves, people reacted horribly, and it tried to wipe them out because they were different. You got the whole X-Men idea where people are hated because they're different. You got an entire race out there. Their species that's completely off the charts different. How badly would we react? Oh wow. I don't know. Post your comments below or give a video response. I'd really like to know people's thoughts on this.